Ray Plain. All righty. You are looking right here, friends. I'd like you to start checking the boxes that apply to you. Go, quick. Okay, not 100%. Not 100%. You still have a preference. Quickly, folks. That's fine. It's no big deal, folks. It's no big deal. I get it. I get it. Yes, I'm jealous of the conservatory kids most of the time myself. I totally understand.
I'm learning.
Yes, excellent. I'm glad you're learning. Excellent. Alrighty. I'd like you to compare your list with one of your quad mates. See, how are you the same? How are you different? How are you the same? How are you different? Alrighty, guys. Where's my lefties? Lefties.
Only in baseball.
Yeah? Yeah? You have a slight advantage in this class. I'll explain in just a moment. How many of you express yourself better by talking than writing? Let me talk. Don't force me to write. Okay, yes, you usually are in the minority. Guess what? Next semester, we have a talking test.
Let's go.
Yes. And you're like, oh, but Miss Way, don't make me talk. Just let me write. Now you know what the talking people feel like every single written test. So it's revenge. Just heads up. All right. Just out of curiosity, when you put your list next to someone, did anybody completely match every box? Most likely not. And that's because we are wired differently. And that's by God, our Creator's given us certain natural talents. Natural talents. How many of you have ever been told by a parent or someone in authority in your life that God has given you a natural gift? Something like that. Or affirm that said gift is from God. Okay. So I totally do believe that. But here's a weird thought. Does God fashion you with your weaknesses?
What?
You may have heard that God fashions you with your strengths, but does God fashion you with your weaknesses?
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason why, if we have natural talents. If you're good at everything, how would you ever learn the thing called effort? So God has given you an amazing brain which can be nurtured, which means sheer sweat. I am not naturally talented in music. That's just, it takes me 20 minutes to tune my guitar. I do not have an ear to save my life. I use a tuning fork and a tuning little boxy thing and my phone to make sure it's right. So, no, I don't have a natural talent. But if I practice 2 hours, 5 days a week for the next 3 months, would I get better?
Yeah.
Yes. That's because God has given you what's called a plastic brain. Plastic means changeable. Changeable. All right? And I have some good news for you. Most of your academic career, put a little L and an R. That's left brain, right brain. Raise your hand if you've at least heard that term. Left brain, right brain. Okay. Most of your academic life, mathematics, has been predominantly a left brain activity, which is shoving numbers around and words around. That's pretty much been the past decade of your life. Add, subtract, multiply, divide. We toss fractions in there. Decimals, you're still shoving numbers around. Junior high, the numbers get swapped out with letters, but guess what? The letters are just what?
Letters.
Numbers, eventually. Yes, when you solve.
They're all.
Yes. And so you've been shoving numbers around for 10 years. Geometry is the first math subject. Underline that word. Pictorial in nature. Guess what side of the brain that's on?
Right.
You will use more brain cells in this class than you have your entire life in any math class. Why? Because you're going to deal with numbers and pictures. Why is that important? Because your visual brain is freakishly powerful. And I'm going to prove it to you. Okay, go to the right here. What I'm about to say, no judgment, no talking, no interacting. It's okay. But you have 1 minute, to the best of your ability, Write down any of the 10 commandments in order. In order. No commiserating. You got a minute. Go. No judgment. Guys, I'd rather you randomly guess on one than leave it blank. Start writing. Anything. Wildly guess. Go. Don't look at each other. I'm not grading you. I'm not going to rat you out to your Bible teachers, I promise. Quickly, folks. You got 45 seconds. Guys, eyes on your own paper. Write something down. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I promise I should write something down. Wildly guess. Wildly guess. 15 seconds. Alrighty, 10 seconds. Time, pencils down. Now, this is not to shame anyone. I want to prove a point. Okay, raise your hand if you're fairly convinced maybe you have one in place. Just one. Just one. You're fairly convinced you have one in place. As I go up, keep your hands up as I go up. How many fairly convinced you have two in place? Maybe two. Two. Did I lose everybody at two?
Maybe.
No?
Maybe.
Last class, I lost everyone at 4. Three. Three. Have I lost you at 3? Maybe. You guys may be in the running. Maybe in the running. 4. Fairly convinced. In order. In order? Not in order. Not in order. Did I lose everyone at 4? Fabulous. Listen very carefully. In barely a minute and a half, 100% of you, 100%, will have a minimum of 4. The majority of you will have 6 plus in barely a minute and a half. How is that possible? We are going to activate your visual brain. I'm going to show you how to do it. We're doing this together. We're about to be silly. Be silly with me. That's not an option. You guys ready? Hold up one finger. Repeat after me. Say, God's number 1. You have no other gods before me. Now, see that number 1 ribbon? Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Visualize a number 1. Close your eyes. Visualize a number 1 ribbon and repeat after me. Say, God's number 1. Open your eyes. The reason why you close your eyes, it forces your imagination to kick in, which helps cement the memory. All right, number 2. Ready? You are a 2. Bow. 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 You're a 2. Go. Bow. You're a 2. Bow. I'm serious, friends. Say no idols before God.
No idols.
That's number 2. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Visualize that 2 bowing. Say no idols before God.
No idols.
Alrighty. Ready? Open your eyes. Trace your lips top to bottom. They're kind of like a 3. Say God's name, not vain. Do not take God's name. So visualize a 3. Your lips. 3 lips. Close your eyes. Visualize 3. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Visualize 3. Say God's name, not vain. Open your eyes. Okay, ready? Draw 4 in the air. 4 in the air. Go thump. Dusty Bible. Don't let your Bible get dusty. Say make time for God. That's what remember the Sabbath is. Make time for God. Do not let the Bible get dusty. All right. Number 5. Hold up 5. Repeat after me. Say 5 golden rings. Okay, now touch your ring finger. That's left hand. 4th finger. Okay, so we're imagining in 5. Mom and Dad married. Say honor Mom and Dad.
Honor Mom and Dad.
Got it. Honor Mom and Dad. Okay, ready. Number 6. Draw a 6 in the air. Drawing the 6 in the air. Explode. Okay, say don't murder. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. A 6 is a bomb. Say don't murder. Okay, open your eyes. Fabulous. Ready. Draw a heart. Draw a heart. Break it with a 7.
I was 1 away.
Okay. Say no adultery. You do not break your future spouse's heart by committing adultery.
Yeah.
Number 8. Go like this. Make a thief mask. Make an 8. Okay. Say don't steal. Okay. Number 9. Ready. 9. Lie backwards. Say 9. Lie. The 9 is lying backwards. Close your eyes. Visualize a 9 laying backwards. Say don't lie. Got it. Ready. 10. 10 is a doorway and a ring. Grab the door. Look around. You're looking at the ring, say, I want that. Yeah, you just broke the 10th commandment. Don't covet. All right? Don't
That just means
covet. It basically means do not always want what other people have. All ready, guys?
Okay.
Go. Second draft. No helpsies. Shorten the grammar as much as you like. You've got a minute again. Go. Uh-uh. 45 seconds. Fast as you can. "30 seconds. You can shorten up the grammar, folks. Shorten up the grammar. "15 seconds. "10 seconds. Time presses down. Alrighty, folks. We lost pretty much the entire class at 4, so I'm going to start at 4. Raise your hand if you think you have at least 4. At least 4. At least 4.
I have like
At least 4. At least 4. Got it? All right. That's almost 100% of you, as promised. Keep your hands up as I go up. 5. 5. Pretty sure you got 5. 6. Keep going. Keep going. 7. 7. You have 7 or more. Look, the majority of the class is at least passing now. 8. 8. Don't lose you. We got anybody running for the 10s? 9s? 9s. 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 10s?
I think I have 10.
10s?
No way.
Golf clap for Matthew. Golf clap for Matthew. Good job. Alrighty, guys. So what you just experienced is something called visual pegging. It's a memory technique. You learn to visualize and then you peg certain things. If you want to know how to do this for things like biology or history, come see me lunch or after school and bring a list of things you're supposed to memorize and I'll show you how to do it. That is the power of your visual brain. Now, before we go for drawing and geometry, we need to get through some vocabulary words. Start writing this down. I'm going to shorten up the grammar on the same line. On same line. I'm shortening the grammar. Just don't rat me out to your English teachers. Okay, I will try to be a little less sloppy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Collinears. Say it out loud. Collinear.
linear.
On the same line. On the same line is what? Out loud? No, what is it? What's the word?
Collinear.
So it looks like this. Any points that are on the same line. So if I have P, Q, R, I would say they are collinear right there. Non-collinear. Say non-collinear.
Non-collinear.
Not on the same line. So not on the same line would be what?
Non-collinear.
Out loud, friends. Yes. So like this. If I have P here, then Q, then R. P, Q, R. As a set, those are non-collinear. But P, Q, R could be coplanar. Coplanar, on the same plane. On the same plane means what? Out loud? Kiddos, when I like gesture, I expect you to shout back at me. On the same plane is what?
Coplanar.
Coplanar, on the same plane. You're right. Non-coplanar would be something like this. So I got a plane there. Watch what I draw. Using your paper and your pencil model to a coordinate. What does that image mean in 3D? Go. What does that, using your paper and your pen, model. What does that mean? Go. Model. Pick up your paper Pick up your pen.
Like this. When?
Yes, friends. That dotted line is showing, this line is intersecting the plane.
Oh.
It's intersecting, but it's not coplanar. Coplanar would be like that. You see the difference? It's intersecting, but it's not coplanar. Next page. Angles. Trace and sweep. Say it with me. Angles. Oh, it's trace and sweep. Ready? Angles. Trace and sweep. Say it with me. Angles. Trace and sweep. So whenever you have an angle, which is 3 letters, of course, you always trace them in that order. So for example, I am going to use colors. If you feel the need to follow along with colors, you can get them out. You don't have to have them out, though. Okay. M and L looks like this. Put your pencil on M. Go to N. Go to L. Sweep. That is less than 90 degrees, so we would call that an acute angle.
Doesn't matter how big the scoop is.
It's so cute. All right. Now, I-N-K looks like this. Put your pencil on I. Go to N. Go to K. Trace and sweep. That is a right angle, which means 90 degrees, of course. That's what that little box means. If I ask you to draw a right angle and you don't put a box there, I will mark you wrong. Just FYI. Go like this with your arms. Muscle man, muscle woman. Go like this. Touch your shoulder. Say L. N. J. Sweep the elbow. So all angles are like a muscle arm. You sweep at the elbow. So like this. Start at L. Go to N. Go to J. Sweep. And of course that, friends, is obtuse, which means bigger than a corner. Trace and sweep. M, N, I. Start at M. Go to N. Go to I. You trace at the elbow. Sweep at the elbow. And of course that is also obtuse. Okay, in a moment you guys are going to rotate into what I call head-to-head pairs. So it looks like this. In your quads, you simply rotate one person back to screen, another person facing the screen, like so. So rotate. You guys are going to be 2 back, 1 forward. Okay, because you're rotating. Go. 2 back, 1 forward. 2 back, 1 forward. Rotate, folks. Someone with the back to the screen, someone facing the screen, like this. See Jordan, see Maya? Go, rotate. I am sorry, Jesseline, you face the screen. Audrey is back to screen. You got it? You got it. You got it, friends. All right. You are now on the right side of your notes here. Round 1, round 2. If you are facing the screen, touch your chest and say, dictator.
Dictator.
You are the dictator. If you have your back to the screen, touch your chest, say, drawer. Got it. So what's on the screen in a moment is going to be a slide. Dictators. Your job is to read the slides, dictate out loud. Drawers. On the round 1 box, your job is, to the best of your ability,
Where am I?
okay, the 2 back, you're the dictator, they're the drawers. You're supposed to have back too.
I want to be the dictator.
It's okay, you'll rotate. Got it. Drawers. Your job is to draw what is being dictated. Dictators, you may not help. That's so important. Drawers, it's okay to feel royally confused. because you're listening to words, which is left brain, and then you're translating it to a drawing, which is right brain, which means you have more brain cells activated in this math class right now than almost any previous math class. Ready? Dictators. Go, start dictating.
W, X, Y, Z.
Draw a ray DK inside PCL. Then draw a coplanar Draw a plane WXYZ.
You may not help, kiddo. Clarice, as annoying as it is.
With a coplanar
Intersected by segment
And then inside draw array. Inside
Draw whatever you're thinking.
Dictators, from the top, read it one more time. No helpsies, Barry. No helpsies.
Inside
With a coplanar intersected by segment
I know, Clarice. It's driving you crazy. I totally get it.
Draw a ray GQ inside
Alrighty. Drawers. Get out a red pen, please. Drawers, get out a red pen. Watch carefully. I want you to mark with red pen what you got right. Be all happy about it. And what do you need to correct? Okay. Step number 1. Do not correct anything. Just watch. So I have a plane here. And I'm going to go W, X, Y, Z. Everyone with your finger point to W. Point to W. Physically point to W. Now point to X. Point to Y. Point to Z. I labeled this wrong. Explain to a neighbor, why is this wrong? Go. Yeah, WX. No zigzag.
No zigzag.
So clockwise or counterclockwise? I'm going counterclockwise. WX. So my Y is going to be here. Z is going to be here. It does not matter if you rotated the other direction, as long as you did not zigzag. So I'm going to cross stuff out. Coplanar line. That means on the same plane, I have a line with arrows. Capital P, capital Q. What does matter? Must be capital letters, must have arrows. You're not drawing. Capital letters, what doesn't matter is the way it's tilted. PQ is intersected by a segment. Segment means no arrows. Intersected means cross. LM, they cross at B. It doesn't matter the kind of angle going on there because I don't tell you. Okay. Then we have here an interior QBL. So here's my QBL. So inside the QBL angle, you have a BK. So same letter, same point. You don't have two B's, you only have one. Same letter, same point. Draw a non-complanar ray RV. There's no R here, there's no V, so it's floating off in space. R is the end point. V is the arrow point, but it should be off the plane. Okay, so a 1 means Miss Way, I tried. I pretty much didn't get anything correct, but I tried. 5 being Miss Way, I nailed it. Drawers, Give me some feedback. Where are you at? Where are you at?
Four.
It's
Absolutely
fine.
nailed
It's
it.
fine if you're one. You'll get better at this. Rotate. Rotate. Time for revenge. Rotate. Rotate. Alrighty. No. It's one dictator, two drawers for you guys, always. Okay, ready? Turn around, Jerry. Go.
Draw a plane cube with four collinear and coplanar both on the same line.
Draw a plane cube with four collinear and coplanar points.
Line
E, F, G, and H.
You're still on round one.
No. What you just named the corners E, F, G, H, and E.
F, G, and H.
You got it. And then line T.
Line T intersects line E8 at point G. Line T intersects line E8 at point
Line T intersects line.
Wait, what are the points on the line?
Line T.
Okay, read it from the top one more
Intersect
time.
T.
intersects line E8
So line
at
T
point G.
intersects line E8 at point G.
Draw a coplanar array FJ to make an angle JF8. Draw a non-coplanar second
Draw a coplanar array.
line E intersects line E8 at point G.
And then it says draw a coplanar array. SJ.
Line E intersects line E8
To make an angle
Switch to a red pen.
JF8.
Let's put you out of your misery here. Draw a plain Q. So your Q should be cursive-like in the corner, so either kind of squirrely italic, or if you're like super fancy, you went like this. Just out of curiosity, how many of you, anybody do a traditional Q? Cursive Q? Ah, very impressed. For collinear, same line. Coplanar, same plane. So on a single line, on the plane is EF, G, H. I did tell you it's a line with the word collinear. Line T intersects EH. You're like, what happened to F and G? You only need two letters to name a line. So EF names that whole line. So through G is a line, doesn't matter the orientation, does matter it has arrows, and it's a cursive T. Good. Draw a coplanar ray F. Same letter, same point. That's an end point. Does not matter the direction it points. J. Non-coplanar segment, RS. There's no R, there's no S, so it's floating off in space. You have an R and an S. You're done. Correct it. One means this way I tried. Absolutely nothing was right. 5 being I nailed it. Where are you at? Twosies? Threesies maybe? Rotate. Rotate. Ready? And round 2. No looking. Go.
That's the plane. Intersecting another plane. C-A-K-E.
Now line 8.
You got this.
So, CA, draw plane CAE. And then another plane intersecting CAE.
Alrighty, guys. This was obviously a lot shorter, but it shows something super important. Watch carefully. Repeat after me. Same letter. Same point. So if I have a plane, CA, I'm going counterclockwise, that's fine. If you went clockwise, that's fine too. CATS. And I'm rocking with another plane, CAKE. What letters are repeated? Great. So that means I am hinging at CA. And we're now going into 3D. So CAKE, like this. Some of you hinged in the front, some of you hinged in the side, some of you hinged in the back. That we are working 3D here, folks, and it's important you draw it as 3D, which means it should not be flat. So it should be something like this. Okay, CATS, CAKE, and you have a line going through AC. Yes, it can be hinged in the back, it's fine. Rotate, folks, rotate one last time.
Oh, it's like, oh, right.
Ready? And start dictating.
Coplanar, draw non-coplanar. Draw plane G with coplanar phrase G8. Draw a plane V with coplanar phrase G8.
Yeah, non-coplanar line.
Draw non-coplanar
Intersecting ray.
intersecting ray.
Draw a non-coplanar line intersecting ray.
Draw non-coplanar lines N,
I don't think the point
intersecting ray. Draw non-coplanar.
Alrighty, guys. Get out your red pens.
Intersecting ray.
There we go. We have a plane V, so it's naming the whole plane. So cursive upper right-hand corner. Coplanar ray. G is the end point. H is the arrow point. It does not matter which direction, but G should be the end. H should be the other direction. Non-coplanar line, NM, intersecting ray GH at G. So at G, you are slicing it with a line. So it's going through. You're either dotted above or below, but it must be dotted. Just represent depth. Doesn't matter which one's N and which one's M. All right. 1 being I tried this way, but whatever. 5 being I almost got it. Nice job. Okay, everyone, rotate forward, please. Everyone rotate forward. Because that's why we put that underneath you. I want everyone to go to this page right there. Find this problem. Turn the page. Rotate forward. You're facing forward now, friend. All right, hold up 3 fingers. Repeat after me. Say, I will read.
I will read
With 3 body parts.
with 3 body parts
3 times.
3 times.
I am a huge stickler about this, folks. I will redirect you if I see you do this otherwise. If you get out of my classroom in 9 months and this isn't a habit, my life has no meaning. And I know I'm being sarcastic, but let me tell you what I expect. Look up here, either side. This is the singular most important skill I want you to engage in this class. Let me explain it. Everyone, put your finger on the word draw. Now, obviously you're using your eyeballs, but with your finger on the paper, lips moving, I'd like you to read that with your lips moving. Go. Finger on the paper. Finger, not pencil, finger. Finger on the paper. Finger. Finger, not pencil. Finger on the paper. Okay. That's round 1. Round 2, look up there, filter. I'd like you to go through and highlight or filter, that's what the highlighters are for, or you can underline. What are the key words? Let me give you a hint. The key words would be things like array versus a segment versus a line versus a plane. So you are underlining or highlighting the key words. You're not highlighting the whole stinking thing, folks. You are filtering. Round 2. Round 3. Pick up your pencils now again. Now you're going to reread it again, lips moving. And you're going to take each highlighted piece and you're going to start translating it to a drawing. As you account for it, I want you to go back and cross out what you wrote. Got it? Start drawing. Go. Try not to look at your neighbor. As you account for a piece of the drawing, cross it out in the text. Please don't look at your neighbors. If you think you're done, go on to the next problem. I'll go over this in about a minute. Go on to the next problem. All right, I'd like you to switch to a red pen, please. Let's go over this. Switch to a red pen. Switch to a red pen. Sophia, lights, please, real quick. Thank you. So draw plane B. So that's keyword. Let me get that. I got a plane, I got a coplanar line, I got a segment intersecting the line, I've got some points rocking here, they're collinear, I got another point that's between something else. I'm going to trace and sweep an angle. So that would be my keywords. Now, one step at a time, draw plane B. So I account for my plane B. You're correcting in red. Notice, I cross it out when I've accounted for it. That's super important. Coplanar line P, so doesn't matter how it's oriented, but I have a line there. It's on the plane, and it's cursive lowercase. Intersecting, go like this with your arms. Go like this with your arms. Intersect means cross. So intersecting, like this, a segment JK, line P at point Q, which means your point of intersection is Q. Points S and T are collinear on P, which means that we're working with P now. S and T are on that yellow line, but Q's between, which means it doesn't matter where you started your S and T, but Q should be between. On line P. How do I know what's on line P? Because of that word collinear. Blah, 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 blah. Trace and sweep. SQK. So start at S, go to Q, go to K, sweep, and you're done. Alrighty, friends. I want you to start the next problem. Repeat after me. Say same letter. Same point. Keep that in mind. Start, put your finger on the word draw, and read out loud. Go. Lights moving on. Okay, underline or highlight. And then start drawing. Those of you who are finished with that problem, because you worked ahead, you may get out of your seats and go check. This is page 6. Read it out loud. Maya, I want you working in pencil and correcting in red, please, ma'am. Work in pencil, correct in red, because I want to see the